Yo, it's your boy Mr. CV. I'm back with another special video. Now, before I get into the video, I'm just going to give you a quick update regarding my last video that I made, which was based on a football player that plays for Manchester United. An update on him is that he's been rearrested for sexual assault and also threatening to kill. So obviously it's quite sad actually, it's quite unfortunate. And you don't have to watch football to definitely watch that video. I would suggest you should definitely give that video a watch because it's like a life lesson to everybody. It is quite sad, it's quite depressing that obviously a person with the world at his feet earning a huge amount of money at 20 years old, and if this is true, literally his career is going to be done, his career is going to be finished. And it just made me realize that whatever actions you make now would definitely have an impact on you in the future, and you should try your best to just be as careful as possible. But another thing I wanted to mention as well, when this allegations happened, the dad of the girl that was involved in this allegation, he came out and said that the girl's phone was hacked, blah blah blah, this and that. If to find out more, obviously just type in Mason Greenwood on the internet and I'm sure you'll get more information on it. But it's just quite sad as well because obviously I don't know the details and I wasn't there, and right now they're all allegations and stuff. So, and then also innocent until proven guilty. But obviously these allegations, they came with serious evidence. For the dad to come out and say the girl's phone was hacked and things, personally that is quite, I feel some type of way about that, because realistically, for the girl to go into that extent of making videos and voice notes about this, it means that this thing might have been happening for quite a while. Maybe she called out for help and no one really helped her or believed her, so she decided to make this kind of video and to let people know that wow, this is actually going on. So for the dad to come out and kind of discredit that is quite sad. Or maybe because maybe Mason Greenwood giving him some money in the side, and obviously because of the money, because sometimes because of the little money we get in, we kind of let some things go, which is not right. But anyways, I'm going to get into this part of the video, which is the main video that I wanted to make actually, and it's about saying no. Now this topic of saying no, this was brought about from my last video, which obviously during the voice note of the video, the girl was kind of saying no, and then obviously Mason Greenwood was just kind of using his power and influence to kind of dominate the girl, and obviously not accepting no for an answer. So within this video, when I'm going to talk about this no is 2 letters, but it carries a lot of weight, and sometimes it's become a massive problem because I think some people find it very difficult to accept when someone says no. So this video I'm going to put into 2 parts about saying no. First of all is, why do people find it difficult to accept when someone says no? And the second part is accepting that no means no. Why do people find it difficult to accept when someone says no? And for me, thinking about it, a lot of people find it difficult when someone says no, especially when they're in a kind of a huge power of influence. Especially in this kind of situation where obviously Mason Greenwood, he's got a lot of influence and power. So everything is laid down for him. Everything is at his peril. So for someone to say no, it can be like a new thing, like what? What? No one says no to me. So obviously people can find it very difficult to accept. Another reason why I can think of why people struggle to say no, and this happens a lot, especially in kind of like Nigerian society, which is what I'm just going to give an example for. A lot of people find it difficult to say no because they're scared of disappointing people. They're scared of, if I say this, if I say that, if I say no, they might think, I'm stingy, or they might think, I'm not a good person. But you're forgetting that whatever you do, people still talk. So best thing, you just do what makes you happy. If inside you want to say no, say no. Don't start forcing yourself. Because I see that this a lot in Nigerian society, where literally you get a phone call from maybe, let's say, someone from Nigeria, and they start asking for this amount of money. Instead of you just be like, sorry, I don't have it. No, I can't give it to you. A lot of people will give them the money. Then they start complaining that, why did I give them this money? Why did I do this? Why did I? Why can't you just say no? Just say no. You don't want to give the money. It's like you worked for the money, so you can decide how you want to spend your money. If people think or people have a certain agenda against you, or they think a certain way against you, then you know what? Inside you, as long as you're happy with your decision and you're clear with your conscience, then I don't see what's the big problem. Because these days now, I'm struggling to understand why people find it difficult to be like, oh no, you know what, I don't want to do this thing. Also, another thing as well is where I come from, especially, they've kind of conditioned you to a point where you feel like you don't have a choice. But I want people to realize that you do have a choice. Everybody has a choice to make. And I don't want you to ever feel like your choice has been taken away from you. Because in life, no matter what you do, you always have a choice. So exercise that choice. If your choice is a no, go with that choice and be confident with that choice. Don't feel guilty about the choice you've made. Because a lot of people will make you feel guilty, like, oh yeah, this and that. Listen, people are always going to talk. The next part of that I wanted to speak about as well is accepting that no means no. Because I think a lot of people, they really struggle with this, like no means no. And sometimes you tell people, no, I don't want to do this, and they just keep thinking, talking gibberish, and then they can't accept that no means no. For me personally, I believe that most of the time, the reason why people struggle to accept that no means no, most of the time it could be down to ego. It could be down to, do you know who I am? Do you know how big I am in the society? When someone says no to you, that ego, that part of you is like, wow, that's a shock for me. Especially when you're a person that, like I said already, especially when you're a person that everyone's always said yes to everything you do. So to accept when someone says no, that is quite difficult. Or you might think, oh yeah, they're just joking around, they will change their decision. So no means no. And if someone ever tells you no, especially in a situation similar to this, where someone's physically and they bluntly telling you no, then you should definitely take that into consideration. Because imagine if that was you, if that was someone else, and then you're telling someone no, and then they're not listening to you, or they're not paying attention, or they think that, oh, you're just messing around, just playing, then you will feel some type of way. So it's become to a point where people need to start speaking up. People need to start letting people know and making their mind up and saying, look, no means no. Don't just do whatever you feel is right in your head, because at the end of the day, I'm the one in control. And I want people to also remember that no matter what you do, you always have a choice. So don't feel guilty. Don't feel sad about the choice you've made. Be confident in your choices. If you really want to tell someone say no, tell them no. Don't be feeling like, because you want to please people, you don't want to say no. Listen, make up your decision, make up your mind, and definitely decide what is best for you. So it's your boy Mr. Steve. I'm going to leave it right there. It's just a quick, short, snappy video. And I want people to always know that, look, whatever you do, you always have a choice. And no matter what kind of choice you make, people always have something to say about it. Because people always have something to say about it, make the best choice for yourself and make the choice that makes you happy. So it's your boy Mr. Steve. I'm going to leave it right there. Have a good day, have a good week, and stay blessed.